I'm Mike Costello and you're listening to the story of Manny Pacquiao on the BBC World Service. It's hardly a familiar career path to go from world champion boxer to politician, so the question is, can Manny Pacquiao be effective? Hello there, Mike from the BBC. I've come to see Professor Winnie Monsod, please.
Hi, Winnie Monsod. How are you,
Professor,
Mike?
thank you very much for sparing. Professor Winnie Monsod is an economist and broadcaster with a respected voice here in the Philippines, and whereas I've been hearing nothing but sheer adulation for Pacquiao, she's somewhat more reserved about his move into politics.
Let's face it, the only time he really comes into the horizon, the political, is when he's going to box. Then everybody is thinking of Manny Pacquiao. But with all due respect, he's just one of 265 Congress people. I mean, what are you going to criticize him for? He's got a learning curve, everybody knows that. So we'll give him the opportunity. But I am certainly not going to forgive him any mistakes that he makes.
People are concerned about his ability in serving as a politician, but so far he has surprised a lot of people.
Miles Roches, a former congressman, is a long-standing friend of Manny's. He's acting as one of his political advisors, helping him to adapt to this new life in politics.
The moment Congress started their session, he was the first one to ever deliver a speech, considering he's a newcomer. And he's very active in the committees. He's a member of some important ones, and in the deliberations during the sessions, he's always very active. So he has impressed a lot. Right now, people still see him as a good boxer, but I can see slowly that people are looking up to Manny in a different way.
So, Alex, a simple question. Can he make a difference?
Well, Pacquiao, I think, will try very hard to make a difference. But in the end, unless he's part of a reformist political party or he speaks for a new generation of leaders, he won't matter. He'll be the pretty face, the likable, popular guy, the people's champion, but the system will go on as usual.
The question over what Manny Pacquiao has done since being elected is an important one if he's to be taken seriously in the long term. Amina Rasul is the president of the Philippine Center for Islamic Democracy. They're currently concerned with the very serious problem in human trafficking of Islamic Filipinos.
He accepted the challenge to help us campaign against trafficking in persons. Trafficking in persons is becoming a serious concern for his homeland. And that is the reason why he decided to pick this challenge. So other congressmen have not. So I look at him and I say, out of 250 congressmen, this is one man who seized the challenge, and he has proven himself. He's delivered a privileged speech already against trafficking. He has worked to get support for us in the budget. And we see him doing a lot more, actually.
So whereas Pacquiao the boxer generates huge popularity in the Philippines, his step into politics looks set to divide. And in a country that has a reputation for political corruption, Professor Winnie Monsod has deeper concerns.
He represents what is best in the Filipinos as far as sports is concerned. But he was a big flop when he had his movie, and he was a big flop when he had his concert. In other words, Filipinos, just because they like you, doesn't mean that they're going to vote for you. It doesn't work that way. You have to have something more. And in his case, it was money.
So how would you sum up then the situation in Filipino politics if a man like this can be elected and can strive even higher than the position he's got at the moment?
He wants to do good by the people. So do a lot of people. What is needed for them to do good is first to be elected, because you can't do any good if you're not there. Now, if what it takes to get there is money, then do it.
Does that make Manny Pacquiao complicit? He has to play the game to succeed.
Mr. Pacquiao is very popular, but he's not very popular because of his brains. He's very popular because of his brawn. To attain his objective of helping the people, he's got to play the game the way it's being played. I don't know whether Manny Pacquiao will do that. Power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. Manny does not have absolute power, but he certainly has power now.
Do you believe you can stay outside that corruption?
That's what I'm trying to teach them, to give them example that we don't need to be corrupt to to serve people. We have to serve people honestly.
Can you, as just one man, even though you're very popular, change that system of corruption?
I'm not saying that I can change all of them, but it's good to give them example that from my district we have a good governance and we want to show it to them.
From within Manny's training camp comes an outsider's view. His American trainer, Freddie Roach, has visited the Philippines many times in the build-up to Pacquiao's fights.
The only welfare system they have in the Philippines right now is Manny Pacquiao. In front of his house on Christmas Day, there's over 5,000 people waiting for him to give rice and food and so forth so they can survive. Being a politician now and trying to change those laws, it's going to be very difficult because the people that are there are kind of comfortable where they're at. How come everyone in politics is doing well, but the country's starving? And Manny Pacquiao, though, he came from the bad life. He knows what it's like to be poor. He knows what it's like to go buy donuts for 5 cents and sell them on the street for 10 cents, just so he can eat. I think he's going to be very good at his job.
And it's that bad life that Freddie Roach refers to there which is driving Pacquiao's political ambitions.
I'm Bobby Fernandez. I'm the Filipino trainer of Manny Pacquiao. I'm his best friend, and we grew up together.
When Manny Pacquiao lived in poverty in General Santos City as a child, Buboy and Manny would go out and sell food on the streets together just to earn enough to buy rice for their families. A teenage Manny left for Manila to develop as a boxer, but when he claimed his first championship, he returned to find Buboy.
He see me in the corner. He said, "Hey, you're Buboy?" I said, "Yeah." "Oh, come on, you're so dark and then you're smoking. What happened to you?" I said, "I fired my work." And he said, "Okay, go with me and then this is your work. Just clean my clothes, just prepare my food, treating like a brother, hold tight your belt."
Hold tight indeed, because it's turned out to be quite a journey. Having returned to find Buboy, Manny gave him a job, but more than that, slowly but surely encouraged him to become part of his training team, and they've been working together ever since.
It's too much for me that he taking me from the down to bring me up. When he's starting growing up his career, I always be there with him. I'm so very happy and very proud of that guy.
Do you sit in big hotels in Las Vegas and laugh about those days with Manny?
Yeah. First time that I slept in the big room is in MGM. And then Manny said, hey, come on. I said, what? See this presidential suite? I said, yeah. I think we're going to put here basketball court. I said, you're crazy? Yeah.
The MGM Grand Hotel Presidential Suite is a long way from General Santos, huh?
Yeah. That's why until now, I think you don't believe. Because I cannot sleep in the bed.
You can't sleep in the bed?
Yeah. I sleep on it 2 hours, and then I wake up, and then I transfer to the floor. Because this is not forever. This is not forever. Split seconds gone. Just always prepare.
Buboy's life has been changed by Manny Pacquiao. Together they've moved from homemade shacks to the glamorous hotels of Las Vegas. He was given a helping hand, and Buboy's story seems to be an indication of what Manny wants to do on a wider scale. Can you tell me, have you found there to be similarities between boxing and politics?
Boxing it's about sports. It's about honor to the country. In politics, it's different. It's about to serve people. More on charity. It's different, huh?
You're looking after yourself in the ring, but you're looking after everybody else in politics.
Yes, that's politics. We have to understand.
As a very popular personality, Manny Pacquiao can play in cleaning up politics by simply participating, by being a voice.
We will have to see in the next 3 years whether he's going to really take politics seriously in the sense of doing what he thinks is best for the people, or he's going to use it as a stepping stone to be his alternative source of income when his boxing days are over. And that will be a tragedy for the country.
If he really is to succeed, he's going to have to become very, very ruthless. Do you think in the end that will take away some of the hero status that he's built up over the years?
Well, his ruthlessness, even in the ring, if you notice, his stuff is strong, he's fast, he hits hard, but he was never the ruthless kind that he wants to hurt his opponent. When he dropped Diaz, he even wanted to pick him up because he knows that he's just doing this because this is part of the game. Same in politics.
For now, though, it's what Manny does in the ring that continues to inspire and captivate the Philippines.
Greatest boxer of all times.
What is your opinion of Manny Pacquiao?
Manny Pacquiao is the greatest fighter in the world.
How important is he to the country then?
Naiiba siya, nasogo-sogo, naiiba siya.
He's one of a kind. He's the best boxer in the world.
He's the idol of the Filipino.
A hero. He gives importance to our life.
Today we drove home and we were coming down from the mountains of Baguio City back to Manila, and we saw lots of houses that have been flooded by the rains and typhoon Juan of the last few days. And there were these people just getting on with it, just so resilient. Almost like Manny Pacquiao has been knocked down and there's the referee standing over him counting, and he gets up, and they did the same. And I just thought, in a single day we've seen the laughter, the spirit, the resilience of the Filipino people, and really those are the characteristics that Manny Pacquiao has as well. And that's why Manny Pacquiao embodies this country. That's why he's so important to them.
Manny Pacquiao was presented by Mike Costello. The programme was produced by Lyndon Saunders, and it was an all-out production for BBC World Service.